Welcome and thank you for tuning into episode number 8 of 10 Tesla Topics, your show for Tesla related news, rumors, and stories. My name is Max Maurice, and during today's episode, I'll fill you in on 10 Tesla topics from Tuesday, February 14th to Saturday, February 18th. Topics discussed today are the following: update on a fatal Tesla crash. Tesla is in the United Arab Emirates. The UAE orders 200 Teslas. Another update on a software update. A heroic Tesla owner. Elon thanks the heroic Tesla owner. More on the Powerpack 2. Tesla is making their way into South Korea. Tesla in Australia. And Norway is killing the EV game. Topic number 1 comes from electric. So last year there was a tragic accident in a Tesla Model S in Indianapolis. The crash led to the death of Kevin McCarthy, the owner of the Model S, and a passenger during the accident, since it was driven by her employee, Casey Speckman, who also died in the crash, very unfortunately. Even though it happened last November, the accident is coming back into the news as the police revealed that both of them were intoxicated at the time of the accident. Despite the revelation, the father of the driver is blaming the death of his daughter on Tesla, saying that if she had been in another vehicle, she would have been alive, which is, usually the complete opposite of what we, usually hear. We hear stories about people saying if they, if a Tesla crash, if they were in any other car, they'd be a lot more hurt or the damage would be more significant. So it's a little bit contrary to what we usually hear. So both the police and Tesla couldn't determine the speed at the moment of the crash, but a witness claimed that they were speeding. Also, surveillance camera footage captures the seconds before the crash, which showed that Speckman might have tried to maneuver around a vehicle traveling on the wrong side of the road. And seconds later, the vehicle crashed into a tree and ended up against a building. The police report released last week highlighted the fact that Casey Speckman's blood alcohol level tested at 0.21, almost 3 times the allowed limit, and McCarthy also tested above the limit at 0.17%. So yes, it's a very unfortunate story, but I guess it also falls underneath the driving under the influence category, which is also very unfortunate. Topic number 2 also comes from electric, and it's a little bit of an exciting one. So Tesla officially launched in the United Arab Emirates. We already knew about the store and service center in Dubai, as well as the first deployment of charging infrastructure. But Elon Musk has now revealed more details about Tesla's plan for the region. As you see in the picture here, several destination chargers in gray are also now listed in the United Arab Emirates. There are 26 individual destination charger locations, and the company plans to add 50 more by the end of the year. Tesla plans to a store and a service center in the Sheikh Zayed Road in Dubai. Probably pronounced that wrong. Sorry in advance. But they will operate also a pop-up location in the Dubai Mall, since the store will not be ready until the summer. So potential customers will be able to schedule test drives for the new retail location, and orders are now open for the Model S and X. The vehicles are priced at 275,000 dirhams, which is roughly 75,000 US dollars. That's for the Model S, and 344,000 dirhams, which is roughly $94,000 US for the Model X. And the deliveries will start in July. So it'll be exciting to see. I mean, if you're a listener in Dubai, that'll be great. You'll be seeing lots of Teslas on the road. And if you're just if you live outside of Dubai and you're just visiting, this summer, you'll be able to see a lot of Teslas. Topic number 3 comes from Tesla Roddy, and it's a little bit of a follow-up to topic number 2. So Dubai's Road and Transport Authority has announced that it has placed an order for 200. Yeah, you heard me right. 200 Tesla Model S and X, which will be used for limousine service across the city. Tesla was chosen because of their autonomous driving capabilities packaged as part of their Autopilot 2.0 hardware. It is also part of Dubai's smart autonomous mobility strategy aimed at transforming 25% of total journeys in Dubai into autonomous journeys by 2030, says Matar Al Tayer, who is the Director General and Chairman of the Board of Executive Directors of the RTA. So Mr. Altair went on to explain why the partnership with Tesla is a strategic move for the RTA, stating that Tesla has been selected for its pioneering endeavors in the manufacturing of electric vehicles. The company is focused on improvement, and creativity in autonomous driving, as well as the storage of power. Now, it's important to note that the current autopilot, they're not fully capable, they're not fully autonomous, but Elon and the teams, they're still saying that by the end of the year, it'll be capable of fully autonomous. So we'll just have to see. So they'll get their 200 Teslas, and I guess they'll just store them until the software comes out. For them to enable the fully autonomous. So we'll just have to see. Topic number 4 comes from Tesla Roddy. And so Tesla Mirai sent Tesla Roddy this photo showcasing the release notes of the new over-the-air software update. So software performance reductions due to frequent max power usage have been removed. These reductions have been in place to proactively protect the powertrain, a lot of P's there, from wear and tear. Instead, we will monitor the condition of the powertrain and display an alert if service is needed, so we can take proactive steps, such as by replacing parts if necessary to maintain the vehicle's performance. So this comes, I'm not sure if you guys listened to the previous episodes or if you forgot or what it might be, but Tesla, they restricted, if you will, the ludicrous launches and all that, because there were many owners, which, as you would expect, who frequently used the max power, the ludicrous launches, which obviously puts a damper a little bit, puts some stress on the car. So they implemented a little limitation so that you can do that all too much. And of course, there were owners that were against it. So all that to say, they have removed it. So which is, I guess, good news. But if you're an owner and you're listening to this and I'm going to use the term, but you know what I mean. If you abuse your car, of course, take better care of it for us and for your sake, of course, too. Topic number 5 comes from Electric. So there was quite a significant accident that happened on the Autobahn near Munich not too long ago. So a 47-year-old man driving a VW Passat apparently lost consciousness while driving. Now remember, this is on the Autobahn, so on the highway, very, very fast road. It obviously resulted in a loss of control, and the vehicle hit the guardrail a few times, but it was still going fast because, well, like I just mentioned, it was on the Autobahn, right? And then, luckily, the VW was spotted by a Tesla driver who realized that the VW driver was unconscious and decided to drive his Model S in front of the VW and slow it down until the vehicle, got rammed. And then, luckily, he managed to bring the car to a stop. The police and the fire team arrived and transported the driver from the VW to the hospital. His condition is unknown at the moment, but it's believed that he suffered a stroke. So fortunately, the damages weren't too bad in the grand scheme of things. So the only real damage was the front bumper of the VW and the rear bumper of the Tesla. The police estimated that the damages at the total around 10,000 euros, which is just above $10,000 US. So it's still significant, of course, but it could have been a lot worse if it weren't for the Tesla driver. And I'm not, we'll never know what happened, but what if the Tesla driver wouldn't have stopped? Would there have been other people that would have done it? So yeah, we'll never know what happened, but luckily for both drivers, for everyone on the road, as a matter of fact, because if a driver's unconscious and the car's still moving, I mean, a lot. It could have been a lot worse. So yeah. Topic number 6 comes from Tesla Roddy, and it's a follow-up story from the previous topic, and it's a great story. So, of course, following topic number 5, Tesla's CEO, Elon Musk, personally thanked the driver of the Model S himself. So Musk tweeted, as he often does, but he tweeted to congratulate Manfred Kick, that's the Model S owner, for sacrificing his car to bring the out-of-control VW safely to a stop. So in appreciation for his heroic act, Musk said that Tesla will prioritize his repairs and they'll cover all costs associated with fixing the damages. So I mean, it's a win-win for in all the situations here, which is just great. Tesla and Elon Musk, the whole team, they're just fantastic. Topic number 7 comes from electric. So when Tesla unveiled its second generation of home energy storage system, the Powerwall 2, last October, Tesla announced that production would start at the Gigafactory in December 2016 for the first deliveries in the US in January 2017. Well, Tesla later updated its delivery estimate to February for the US. And so Electrek can now report that Powerwall 2 production is about to ramp up after early battery production at the Gigafactory was dedicated to Powerpack projects. So considering Tesla's and Panasonic's new 2170 lithium-ion battery cell produced at the Gigafactory is what enabled the second generation of Tesla's stationary battery packs, Powerwall 2 and Powerpack 2, which only started in volume last month. It will still take some time for Tesla to work through its backlog. When Tesla released its first Powerwall in 2015, it received over 38,000 reservations within days. But at that time, what Tesla was calling reservations was really just potential customers signing up to get updates on availability. And so for Powerwall 2, Tesla has been taking actual orders with a $500 deposit. Now, without sharing any actual numbers, a source familiar with the matter told Electrek that its new backlog is similar in size to the first generation backlog, despite its new reservation process demanding a bigger commitment. Topic number 8 comes from Tesla Radi. So Tesla Model S and X vehicles will soon hit the South Korean market as early as May, following an approval issued by the country's Ministry of Land, Infrastructure and Transport Division. The nod to Tesla for certification is a part of a larger South Korean government framework to create an eco-friendly car market with goals to elevate air quality standards to Western European levels within a decade. Tesla will unveil both sales and Tesla service centers when it officially opens its doors inside South Korea's largest shopping mall and the famed Gangnam district. So Korea's domestic hybrid and electric vehicle market sold a total of 68,774 cars last year compared to 41,956 in 2015. And so South Korea will be Tesla's fourth market in Asia after China, Hong Kong, and Japan. Topic number 9 comes from Tesla Radi. So the Australian department store chain, I think it's Mayer. I'm going to go with Mayer. It has merchandise lines of designer clothing, cosmetics, homewares, food, etc. And they will launch Tesla's pilot store in the 6th floor. So it's basically just a big store, which I will explain a little later. So it's all part of the retailer's drive to integrate new and innovative brands into the Mayer merchandise sections. So Tesla will, of course, benefit from having access to a customer base that may not, ordinarily visit a Tesla showroom. And so it's not Tesla's first official entrance into the Australian department store world. It's also not the company's first partnership with large retail chain. So this is what I mean here by I'll explain it. So last June, Tesla announced a partnership with Nordstrom. Maybe you remember that. That allowed interested parties to test drive vehicles and speak with Tesla employees directly from a showroom gallery setup within the company's retail store. So all that to say, it's basically like a big store, big fancy store, and Tesla will be partnering with them in Australia so that more people can see them, which is fantastic. Topic number 10 comes from Electrek. And so Electrek reported back in December how Norway reached the rare milestone of 100,000 all-electric vehicles on the roads, even though, Norway has quite a small population. So in September 2016, 28.8% of new car sales were plug-in electric vehicles, and all electric cars had 19% of market share. And so Norway really pushed the limits last month with record plug-in electric sales reaching 37% market share in the country's passenger car market. And over 4,800 plug-in electric vehicles were delivered in the country in January. So the BMW i3 had about 622, and others like the Volvo XC90 had 398, and the Volkswagen Passat GTE had 411 units. Now, Tesla, of course, also contributed with the record with 129 Model S and also 238 Model X delivered in January. Now, some more good news. The diesel market shares are also falling pretty fast in Norway. It now sits at roughly 13% as local governments are exploring restrictions on the fuel. If electric vehicles completely overtake diesel-powered cars, they would be at 50% market share. And Norway has the goal of 100% of new car sales to be zero-emission vehicles starting in 2025, which isn't that far away. So those are your 10 Tesla topics from Tuesday, February 14th to Saturday, February 18th, 2017. For any questions, remarks, or even criticism, I encourage you to follow the show's Instagram and Twitter pages at 10 Tesla Topics. That's TENTESLA or if you wish, you can also send me an email. That's at 10teslatopics@gmail.com. That's TENTESLATOPICS@gmail.com. But of course, the easiest way would just be to drop a subscribe. Is that the way the cool people say it? Hit the subscribe button. I don't know. You know what I mean. So subscribe to my channel. Drop a comment. I'll answer on YouTube here, on the YouTubes. And yeah, so I'll see you right here next Tuesday for the next show. Thank you for listening. And of course, have yourself a model excellent day.